Well, I'm rapidly learning that Jane Scrivner is the expert on oil. So if she calls something unconditional oil, there has to be a very good reason for that, Jane.
There is, and it sort of clues in the title really. For me, unconditional oil was formulated to address skin conditions.
Okay.
And by that I mean a diagnosed condition, if you like. So things like eczema, acne rosacea, any of those high colour, redness, inflammation, then unconditional is going to work beautifully on those.
Of course, we would say that if you have a skin condition, then you really need to consult a doctor about it. But this is something very natural that can help with those things.
For me, and I think you can work across different levels. You can speak with your doctor, maybe speak with a skin specialist, but also this is a very natural product. And I've splashed out, I've actually used 2 ingredients in this product. I know, reckless. So we've got 100% raw, cold-pressed argan oil, which is from Morocco, indigenous to that country. And then we've got frankincense, which is one of the most beautiful essential oils, which is very tonic, very toning, and very balancing out.
We've heard a lot about argan oil, haven't we, over the last couple of years, actually. Why is it suddenly in the spotlight?
I think it's because it's such a beautiful oil, and it was one of those best kept secrets of the Berber women in Morocco, and they use it. And again, if you travel there, they will use it on every level. You can get it to drizzle on your salad, you can put it on your skin, you can pour it in your ear, that sort of thing. It's highly, highly nutritional. Again, it's got a really high level of the essential fatty acids, and by that we mean the oils and the fats that we can't produce. We have to take in and source from an external influence. So that's why this is really, really good, and I'm sure that they're producing loads now to satisfy world demand. But I do believe that I've got a really, really high grade version within this product.
So if I look at my skin and I'm seeing a lot of redness, I've had some of those skin conditions.
Yes.
How likely is this going to be to calm it all down and to balance things?
I derived this product because a neighbour, in fact, came to me. I have a coffee every morning in the coffee shop. One, it has to be real, therefore I do that trip. And he came up and said, my wife has been researching. She's got really bad eczema and can't open her eyes. Ooh. She says, if you see Jane, ask her, has she got any argan oil? And this was way back in the day when it was literally nobody had heard of it. And I'd had some and I was thinking about putting it into a range. So I gave her a little tester. And about 3 days later, I met him in town and he said, she can open her eyes, it's absolutely beautiful. And that for me said, okay, that might not be the absolute result for everybody, but even if it gets close to that, for anybody that's got a red skin condition, or when you even something as simple as when you have a picture taken and you've got that red bloom and you just think, why didn't I put a little bit more foundation? This is going to take that colour down, going to take that inflammation down. It's a really beautiful fragrance. It's just an organic frankincense, really small amount, and this one I would literally apply where you need it. You can apply it all over, but I would just press that in on the localized area where you need it. And that frankincense is beautiful. It's got that back note of sort of indulgence and richness, but at the same time the front note is the argan oils doing the work.
Ah, it just smells absolutely wonderful, doesn't it?
And it's pure and it's got a clarity to it that to me says it's going to clean away any skin condition.
And you know, when you start to use this and you see results, you probably are, like your neighbour, going to want to shout it from the rooftops, aren't you? Obviously, individual results are going to vary, aren't they?
Completely. And I do have stories that I have friends whose children, they get sort of eczema on the backs of their knees and they're not into skincare. So it's kind of like if you can squirt them as they're racing through just after sports.
My daughter used to have that.
Well, that sort of thing. And we've had great results in that. My niece has used it and that's helped clear her complexion as well. So again, it's not a miracle cure for everybody, but in my experience and in the history of argan and its anti-inflammatory ingredients, then this would be something that I would always suggest somebody to try in a really small amount on a really small area to test it out, and it should give you a really nice result.
It smells divine as well.
It is beautiful.
But it's one of those oils that it is specifically designed for problematic skin. So if you think you fall into that category, it's well worth a try. And it doesn't break the bank either. This is something that's just really impressing me about the range, is that you've got these great, really pure, really natural ingredients, and yet the price points are extremely affordable for what you're getting. This is £24 for 30 mils. So if you think you'd like to try it out and you think you've got some of those issues, or maybe somebody in your family has got those issues, why don't you just a few clicks of the mouse order it from us? The £24 does include your postage and packaging, and we'll deliver it to you wherever you are.